Women can end up feeling a lot of regular feelings, such as upset, sadness, missing you. Now, depending on your circumstances, if let's say you guys been together for a certain period of time and then the certain attachments that you had, that's where it's going to play a factor to how extreme it will be and also what you got to do. I will break down a little bit more of what you got to do. And just remember, she's really going to still feel emotions, but she also has to feel a level of losing you, or a level of scarcity, a level of there's actually a dynamic shift. Oftentimes women play this type of game with you or keep going the way that they are going because honestly they believe that it's not going to impact them, that it's not affecting, let's say, their end result, like basically with you. And when I say end result, I'm saying they're thinking it's not going to make you end up not interested in her because they think you're not going to be done, and then she has to start believing that you are done, you're separating yourself. She's gonna have to check in with somebody sometimes. If she doesn't have anybody, because women do talk to each other about their issues most times, especially the girl that might be known about y'all for a while. But the other thing too is also the emotions that she's trying not to tell you because she's not trying to become vulnerable. And this is natural to happen because remember, emotions are so powerful. And y'all don't miss out on the 70% off store worldwide or store-wide, sorry. Don't miss out on the 70% off store-wide. This is my first time doing it this big, and shout out to everybody that has bought already. Shout out to everybody that is going to buy. And I don't really even want to say too much. I'll just say to you though, there's a lot of offers, and this is literally just for Black Friday that it's happening. After that, it goes back to regular prices. So if there's stuff that you've been looking at, or if there's something you don't want to miss out, I suggest you get it now because the prices are so great. The links are down below. And don't forget about Patreon. You can be a member, whether it's free or not. Exclusive content you'll get one day, once a month, I mean. And then for people that do have other accesses, you can get over 250 content that's already uploaded. Now, back to what I was saying. You can go ahead and have a woman start feeling a sense of like, act now, she misses you, etc. The more you also have to show your emotional strength is there. Now, I understand in masculinity, it's actually pretty natural, and I think it should be fine if, let's say, you feel a way about how she's treating you, or if like you're in your feelings in a sense, especially when you're getting tried, or especially let's even say if it doesn't really make sense why she chooses the streets over you or chooses to just be delusional and not see that this is where it needs to be at and it's better to do it now because she could lose you for good. Don't let that one go over your head since I said it fast. But that is true because it is natural and normal for you guys to have emotions, of course, and you should feel like you should have these emotions. Now, to my point though, this is where if you're trying to have her be in her feelings, and I'll go into more details about what feelings she'll feel, but you have to know that having her in her feelings, it should take longer. It shouldn't be that this is why breaking no contact, all that stuff is not ever acceptable, or it just never really makes sense, especially if you don't get the results that you want, because you don't want to go through heartbreak or setbacks or feelings that you just don't want to go through, right? They're not good feelings. They're hard to deal with. And that's why I have a whole no contact guide and journal. It does hold you accountable. It's extremely detailed. I took my time, extremely took my time. And it's based off of a lot of experiences that I've heard. It's based off of questions that I've always gotten, all emails, all comments. I'd be going through it for the most part. And I'm saying this is a lot over the span of like 5 years of doing this, right? So I made sure to include what I've learned about all these no contact videos that I do have out already. And I'm just letting you know, it holds you accountable. I talk to you in words how I would talk to a client that's doing no contact. And whether it's giving you advice, feedback, and being supportive, encouraging, it's still more because I've added other insight of other people's situation, of things that happens naturally, situations that you might not heard of, but it's already out there too. So it's just also a reminder and a journal to hold you accountable. Questions are filled in there, ways of like having self-love and let's say even being 100% on your stuff. It helps you. You'll see. if you get it, you'll really, really see. But back to what I was saying. Now, when you do no contact and you do it properly and you don't break it, you will have this woman see that there's a greater purpose to throwing her vulnerability down, to stop forcing or holding such a grudge. Or if it's not a grudge, because maybe she shouldn't be mad, it could just be resentment because you felt hurt. I say this to say, like, it has to be decisions made, and she might try to pull away from making that decision sooner, especially if she believes that you'll reach out to her. Another way I'm going to make this video when I bring it back up is talking more about if, let's say, you're at fault and she's ignoring you. This is why I always tell me what videos that you do want to see. Let me know in the comment section. Of course, let me know too if you feel like a woman is still going to be grieving, or what have you experienced or learned already. It not only is good for me to read and I be in the comments, but it definitely be helping out other fellas, your stories and how you even got through it. Now, I do want to ask y'all, do y'all feel like you do the staying away, the lessen the communication, and putting scarcity into place in a good way? If you do, good. If there's work, then just work on it, etc. But comment just yes or no down below. Now, back to what I was saying. If she's not trying to break no contact, remember, when you have emotions tied, of course things can hurt. Even if she's at fault or not, she can still feel a sense of like, oh, my energy is going into this. Because if her energy is attached to her emotions, which it is, then it has to be efforts that are put in, right? And you guys naturally know this. Like, in general, everything operates off of energy. When people say, oh, I'm so drained, or my energy's low, or like I wasn't feeling her energy, I wasn't feeling her vibes. Like, I'm sure y'all heard that. And it's not just a saying. It's actually, you were probably around somebody that made you feel some sort of way back related to energy. So back to her emotions, she's trying to, let's say, save up her emotions. She's trying to make sure that you yourself, you are not gonna get this other side of her that causes some piece of her that she's trying to, like, let's say, keep together, broken. So this could be like if she's prideful, egotistic, some of the common things that you've already heard me talk about in my other videos, but just other things such as if she wants to keep a certain image with you, if she always had you be the one to reach out, so she wants that dynamic to keep going, and other common things. Like, sometimes some women are just like too in their head. Sometimes they overanalyze, and sometimes it is delusion, like legit. So I will wrap this up to say she's gonna feel emotions regardless. It's gonna either be she finds a coping mechanism that she is believing that's working for her, or it could even simply just be that she does not want to cave in, and then you might end up having to do the work of saying something. So that's why you have to have strength in your emotions and not have a willingness. Okay, so I hope this video helped y'all out, and yeah, like, don't forget about the 70% off store wide. It's a big sale and it's for Black Friday, so don't miss out on all the stuff I've named. And if you even simply want to book a consultation or see what options of consultations will help you, go ahead and do that. I do want to say I've had a lot of people book email consultations and a few people book video consultations, and so email consultations like really, really big, but video consultations I've had like maybe like 60% compared to 100% as to what is it called, email consultations. Bottom line is, regular consultations are always what I'm doing. Those are very like common. Those are one of the things that people do. So I'm just saying that to say, like, check it out, see what's going to work for you, see what's going to be helpful. There's a lot of options. All right, I love y'all. Take care of yourself, and I will talk to y'all very much soon. Bye, y'all.